A view of Earth from space. The Earth rotates. The view slowly, then more rapidly descends on the Indian Ocean. Focus is slowly brought on an island, then zooms to an old wooden sign that reads Ashram. The view focuses on a jungle and there is a path. The view follows the path to a well-kept but small house with a beautiful garden. The garden surrounds the home with beautiful flowers. There is a 5-year-old little Indian girl. A middle-aged Indian man with a notebook studies a remarkable flower. The young girl, in her young curiosity, reaches to touch the flower. The man continues to study intently. The man sees her and quickly but gently grabs her arm. He then points and the view follows to his right, focusing on a small grave with a collar and a laminated image of a cat with Indian writing for the name of the unfortunate animal. The view continues to rotate to the right. When the focus is back to the start, there is a 16-year-old intelligent-looking young Indian woman. The father is now older. She has her hand on her chin, scribbles in her notebook, and begins to pace around the house clockwise toward the front door. The father stops, watches, and smiles. Slowly, the scene fades to the interior of the house. It is morning and the young woman is sitting in a chair, reading a book on rare lilies and orchids. The study is lined with biology and horticulture books. There is a small chemistry lab in the background. The view pans out the front door as the young woman looks up startled from deep thought. In the garden, the father is fiercely arguing with a neighbor. There is no indication of why, except for the man pointing toward the overgrown garden and his fire lilies. In the next scene, the young woman sits in the same chair, reading, but with a finished plate of food on the desk next to her. It is late evening now. The neighbor kicks in the front door and is followed by 6 other men. The young woman jumps up and is quickly pushed to the floor. The men begin tearing up the books, destroying the chemistry lab, and overturning everything. While the others work to destroy the home, the neighbor smiles at the young girl. He walks toward her menacingly. In the frenzy, the father bursts into the room, shocked at the scene, and punches 2 men in quick succession, knocking them out. He has the movements of an old professional boxer. A third hits the father in the face with a bat he brought with him, knocking him out cold. The neighbor points at the father, and 4 men hold him down. Moments later, the neighbor returns with a flower. He shoves it down the man's throat. He then pours the young woman's remaining water from dinner into his mouth. They hold it shut. 4 of the men, scared at what just happened, flee. The 5th, seeing them scatter, quickly joins the retreat. The last to leave is the neighbor with fear in his eyes. The young woman lies with her father until his last breath. Fearing the men would return, she quickly gathers a few basic things and throws them in a bag. You see her grab a passport. She opens a hidden cubby and sees a bundle of cash her father said was for emergencies. Last, she grabs a picture of her and her father. She flees quickly. As she enters the small, meager check-in area, a sign above the entrance reads, Hanuman Air.